Hello and welcome along to another episode of this Cricket 19 career with me, Daniel. It's episode 5 and today we're back with a short form of the game as we play a T20 against Oldham, hoping to continue our recent improvement in form. We're really getting into the swing of the club season now and starting to make a little bit of progress. We're also doing a bit of spin bowling, of course, and if you have missed any of the first 4 episodes, please do click on the eye above to check it out to make sure you're up to date with the series so far. We've had differing levels of success in each episode, so hopefully it will be an entertaining ride. For those of you that have been following along, a massive thank you for the support with the series, as well as our Ashes Test playthrough over the last few weeks. I really do appreciate the support with the new game on the channel. It's something different to what I've done before, and hopefully it will continue to be entertaining. If you are enjoying the career so far, please do put a thumbs up on the video, and if you're new to the channel and enjoying the content, then subscribe for 3 episodes a week from this series, as well as daily FM19 content. But let's go and get into this game against Oldham. We are making a little bit of progress now. Our batting attributes are increasing gradually, but we are at our limit at the moment until we level up a few more times. So at the moment we're restricted to improving our fielding. We haven't really got many other options, but we're doing okay at the moment, both with bat and ball. In the 50 over game off camera we did okay, 5 maidens and a wicket in our 6 overs, although we did concede 3 runs and still lost the match as a team, as we only managed to add 20 with the bat. But today I'm hoping we can find some form again. We did brilliantly in the last couple of episodes in the longer forms of the game, and today we've got to impress in the shortest one. We've just got to be a bit bolder and I think try to attack a bit more. So we're going to get into this game. I'm not quite sure what the pitch condition will be. Oldham have got the slightly better side on paper. It's just a standard medium pitch again, and it's another very hot day, so that could make things a little bit tricky, but let's get into the game to find out. We'll be back in a moment for the captain's toss to see if we'll be batting or bowling first. Okay, we're back for the tosses. Leeds v Oldham in this T20 clash. Are we going to be seeing our batting or bowling innings first? In the last T20 we got to bowl 3 overs, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to get at least the same again to show you a bit of variety in this episode. Oldham have won the toss. What are they going to go for? Hopefully they'll bowl first. They have, so we're going to be opening the innings as a batsman, and hopefully we'll be able to be a bit more attacking and time our shots well to get a few runs on the board. Ideally they'll leave us gaps in the field, but I'm not sure they'll be that friendly for us. We'll get into the first over here, see what Crompton does and see how quickly we get on strike. Here we go then, we're on strike for the first time. Our average is up to 20 in all competitions. Pretty good, but it is that 75 that's led to it. It's our only score that's been above 30 so far. We've got 4 runs off the first over, and now we're facing our first ball. Over the wicket from the left arm fast bowler. It's a short ball and we've played it down to cover. The man in the deep will get there. It's just going to be a single. We get off strike and rotate it early on. That's pretty much all we can ask for. Crompton back on strike. Let's hope he's been the aggressor. Okay, we're back on strike after 2 overs, and I'm guessing Crompton took a liking to that left-handed bowler. We've got another one on strike now. It's outside off stump and it's just gone straight to the fielder. It's a dot ball, but Crompton's on 18 off 12. He really took a liking to the bowler and he's managed to put plenty of runs on. So we've got to try and find a gap in the field here. I don't know if we can be attacking just yet. I think we've got to face a few balls first before we really try and go over the top. That one straight to the man at mid-off, and it's another dot ball as the frustration builds. I'm hoping we'll get a friendly delivery on the leg side just to get us an easy start, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Another one just outside off stump, a shorter ball, and we've connected perfectly through extra cover past the man at mid-off, and that's gone to the boundary for 4, and we're finally off the mark properly. 5 runs and our first boundary. That's a good start to the innings. 5 off 4 and we're on strike again. 3 balls left in the over for McFarlane. Let's see if we can find that gap again. I presume he'll stick with outside off stump. We flick this one to the leg side instead, and we sneak through for a quick single. Crompton back on strike as we move on to 6. A pretty good solid start so far. 3 overs gone and it's Jameson to continue. He went for 16 in that first over. Crompton adding them all on, and we flick this one away to the leg side, and again because there's just one fielder out there, it's always going to be 2 runs, and if we can average a strike rate of 200 without having to hit the boundaries, then that would certainly make things easier for us. There's a gap down to extra cover if we can find it for a single, or plenty of space down the leg side. Jameson delivers again. It's a shorter ball this time. This one's caught us in our crease. Looked like it was going to be outside off stump, but plenty of swing on it to bring it back in. Over the wicket again for the left-hander then. This one's outside off stump, and we have played it down to that man at extra cover. An easy single. We're not really setting the world alight, but we are looking comfortable so far in this innings. Crompton's being the aggressor down the other end. He moves on to 32 now, and we just got to rotate the strike and get him at the crease as often as possible. Okay, we're facing spin for the first time. It's Randolph coming in over the wicket. It's a leg side delivery we can flick away. Again, just gone for a single, and Crompton's back on strike. That's all we've got to do at the moment. Once Crompton gets out, we might have to be more aggressive, but for now we just want to feed him the strike. He's moved on to 40, and our run rate's above 10 and over, so we're just going to go for the same plan again. Can we find a single somewhere around the ground? This one's just outside off stump. We've not played very well at that one. We got through the shot very early, and unfortunately it's straight to the fielder. The second ball of the over, and we've got to change field. They've brought in a short cover, so they're trying to tempt us over the top. Do you know what? I think we're going to go for it. Let's try and play over the top. I have no idea where that's gone. I bet the fielder's going to catch it. Has he beaten him and gone for 6? What a shot that was. I'm not sure what's happened. I think it's gone for 4 with just one bounce. Beats the fielder, but it didn't go where we intended. We'll need to be a bit more careful in the future. Right off the top of the bat, it went miles in the air and didn't really go the same amount of distance, but just about beat the fielder to the ropes. Let's see where it bounced, just a yard or two in front of him. That very well could have been a different story. Let's see if we can back it up again here then. They've left that man out there. This time we've gone a little bit wider, and I think we've got away with it again, you know. This one looks a fair bit bigger though, so we might well get a 6 out of this. I can't see where it's bounced at all. It's been given as another 4, and I lost the ball in the air there, but it is a second boundary in succession. 2 4s in a row for Jamieson, and he continues to go with the same line and field, so we're going to try and do the same thing again, but we got through this one a little bit earlier, and unfortunately we played and missed, and it's straight through to the wicket keeper. We're going to go for a third boundary again though. There's no reason for us not to attack at this point. It's all looking pretty good for us so far, but again we're playing it too early, just a little bit too eager to get him away. Still 8 off the over. It's not been too bad, but the one thing we don't want to do is lose our wicket here. Last ball of the over. Can we hit it for a boundary, or are we going to get ourselves out late on? We've left this one a lot later. It does beat the field. It wasn't the best of shots, but it's going to go for 4 again, and that's 12 off the over. We're joining Crompton as the aggressor here, and we finish the power play in style. 6 overs gone, and Leeds have moved past 60. With 64 for 1 now as another spinner comes in. He's got 1 for 1 off 4 balls. Pretty good start from him in truth. We've just knocked a single to the man at extra cover just to make sure we rotate the strike. In the middle overs we've got to keep things ticking over. With 65 for 5 off 6.5, and that power play's given us a little bit of leeway. Crompton's out though, so we've got to be more aggressive, but we just want to see off the spinners first. Wyatt Randolph into the attack. Plenty of space on the leg side, so we can nick a single or 2 wherever we hit it. Hopefully we'll be able to do that with this one. We've just tried to play a little finesse shot. It's a really clever idea with the placement. If we keep the ball in the circle where they haven't got any men, we should be able to nick 2s like that. So we're just going to play the controlled shots and try and run the 30-yard circle to make sure we get 2 runs each time. Randolph coming in again then, over the wicket again, and we played exactly the same shot, and I think we're going to get 2 again, you know. They were just about going to get there. The fielder's coming in off the boundary, and it's another easy 2. 4 runs added on the over. 75 for 1 after 2 balls. Can we continue to improve this run rate? It's Wyatt Randolph over the wicket again, just to the leg side, and again we've hit it for 2. A lovely little controlled shot, and they insist on leaving these men on the boundary, and it's going to end up costing them loads of runs. Halfway through the over, we had a little cutscene there. I thought they were finally going to change the field, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So we are just going to play the same controlled shot, and we are just going to get another 2 runs. It's oh so easy at the moment. Not the most clever bowling, not really bowling to his field either. They're protecting the boundaries, but still giving away 2 a ball. Over the wicket again for Randolph. Can we do the same again? 5 in a row, and we're going to get 2 more. The bowler's chasing it this time. He's desperate to prevent those 2 runs, but we're going to try and charge through, and we just about got there. A direct hit and our partner would have been out, but we get away with it, and it's 10 off 5 balls, despite not hitting an aggressive stroke. Final ball of the over then. Can we get the 6th double? Let's try and play it to the leg side. We've hit it a little bit early, and I think this might just be 1. The bowler's going to get there very quickly. A single to finish the over. It's 11 off it, and we move into the 80s after 8 overs. I'm getting a bit excited now as we start to move towards 50 in a T20 game, something we've not been able to achieve so far, and we've added another single there at least, although it's got away from the infielder and we're going to nick another 2. We've been running so brilliantly in this innings, we're hogging the strike from Jones, he's not doing bad himself with 7 off 2, but we move on to 36 and our strike rate now looks excellent. There's the difference with good running. Can we get another one here? It's outside off stump, we tried to play it through the covers, mistimed it slightly so it'll just be a single. The man at mid-off gets around to defend it. Jones got himself out the very next ball, so at the start of the following over we're partnered by Yang. Let's see if we can flick this one away to the leg side. It's a very wide delivery and we have flicked it away. Will just be a single, but we continue to rotate the strike and continue to put runs on the board. 90 up for Leeds and we've contributed nearly half of them. We move on to 38 and we're absolutely flying in this knock. Halfway through the innings, Leeds are 94 for 2. We've got a slightly more defensive partner now, so we might need to be a bit more aggressive. We just missed that one outside off stump. The last thing we want to do is give away our wicket. Second ball of the over, the spinner's caused trouble so far. He's got both of the wickets for his team. This one we've just defended down the ground and there's no man at mid-off or deep mid-off, so we're going to have to wait for the man on the boundary to come round, and it means we're going to get another easy 2. We move on to 96 as a team and we're into the 40s in the T20. Can we get our first 50 in the shortest form? It would be one fantastic achievement. This one's outside off stump. We try and play through it, I don't know why. We could have just left it to be the wides. It has still been given by the umpire, so another run added and we're going to face the same delivery again. It's outside off stump and we'll play it down the ground. I thought we got ourselves out with an edge there, but it's straight through to the keeper. We must have missed it. Either that or it took a bounce. I'm probably getting more excitable as this goes on, but we are getting close to our 50 now. We've played down the ground to the man at deep mid-on, just trying to get off strike for now as we faced a couple of tricky deliveries. We've put Yang back on strike, just 2 away from 100 for the club. Yang's hit a single himself and now we're back on for the final ball. A single needed to get Leeds to 100. We've edged it outside edge and we might have run our partner out there, but again the direct hit misses. Leeds move on to 100 and we move on to 42. 9 overs to go and we're going to face the fast bowler now. Back on strike to the seam bowlers then, and I'm not starting to think about the 50 now. I'm thinking, can we bat the whole way through an innings? We're going to knock a single to the leg side here. We don't need to go on and get a monstrous score. We just need to keep rotating the strike and let the more aggressive batsmen hit 6s. Unfortunately, Yang's a bit more like us, so until he gets out we'll have to be aggressive. But if we can get to 50 I'll be happy. Halfway through the over and we're back on strike. 43 off 31 deliveries. We're not going too badly so far. This one's a short one outside leg stump and again it beats the bat. Is it going to be given as a wide? It looked like it just turned back in enough. Ellis with 2 balls left in his over and he's looked pretty dangerous so far. Let's see if we can flick one to the leg side again. Another short delivery we've hooked away. It is definitely going to be one and I think we might nick a second here. We're going to try and rush back. We're at that stage of the game and we get back on strike and move on to 45. Leeds move on to 107. Still 8 wickets in the bank and it gives us a chance to attack late on. Let's see if we can flick one away again. Final ball, that's a very wide delivery, but it is going to be at least one more run. It is going to be cut off for a single though. We move on to 46 and retain the strike, but are we going to be facing seam or spin next? It's a new bowler entirely, a left arm wrist spinner. Let's see if we can get him away to the leg side. There's plenty of space out there and he has bowled us a friendly delivery. We have picked out the fielder though, so it will be 1 rather than 2. We get Yang back on strike and we're edging closer to that 50. 4 balls gone in the over. Yang's added a few more runs. We're just 3 away from a half century, but the field's so spread I can't see a way for us to get a boundary, but he have flicked it away for a single and we move on to 48. Just 2 away now and we're doing our job brilliantly. 13 overs gone, Randolph back into the attack, plenty of space down the ground if we can find it. We beat the bowler, that's the most important thing, and as the man has to come around we will get 2, and that's going to be our first T20 half century, the second in our career in all forms. We've only got 1 in a 3-dayer before and both of them have been on camera. A fantastic knock there, 50 off 37, and now can we go on and get a big one? A few more until the death overs start, that's when we'll really get our test. We've got plenty of space down the ground, but we've played through that one a bit early and it's going to go straight back to the bowler. A dot ball, not what we need at this stage. Third ball of the over, the field's been spread again. This one's to the leg side, we've just flicked it away. It's going to have to be a very quick single, and I've run my partner out Yang. That's a bit of a disastrous move from us. It's entirely our fault, and Yang goes for 17. I'm going to owe him an apology in the dressing room. Fletcher Leonard comes out now. Hopefully he'll be able to be a bit more attacking. We're back on strike as a result of that though. Can we get a shot down the ground? We beat the bowler, but he's hit the stumps and we're going to need to get back there. Really tight over from the bowler so far, and he's starting to put us under a bit of pressure. 118 or 13.5. It's not the worst score in the world, but we are getting a little bit tetchy at this point. We've just got to make sure we keep things ticking over. A single to finish the over, and we retain the strike for the start of the 15th. There's our wagon wheel then, 51 off 41. You can see we're hitting runs everywhere, so a really good knock so far. And can we bat through the 20 overs now? Second ball of the 15th over, we're facing the left arm wrist spinner again. We've tried to go for an aggressive stroke, and we're going to get caught here, are we, on the boundary? Oh, he's dropped it and we've got away with one. It's just going to be a single. It was a full delivery and nowhere near where I expected, and we've managed to get away with one there. We move on to 52 and we're back on strike now after our partner adds a quick single. We've got an option down the ground or to the leg side. Which one's going to be best for this delivery? It's outside leg stump, so we've just flicked it away. An easy single, but the run rate's starting to slow. Into the 16th, Randolph to bowl his last. Surely this will be the last over of spin, and then we'll get a chance to really attack at the end. But this one's just going to be delivered on leg stump, and it's only going to be a single, as we don't quite control the stroke as well. We had been running twos off him before, but we connected with that one a little too well. Okay, 4 overs left and we're still on 54. We've got to try and go for a big one now though. It's a straight delivery and we try to go down the ground, but we get through the shot a little bit too early. An early miss and we get a dot ball. Not the best way to start the over. Leonard got plenty of runs off the spinner last time round. We've got to try and replicate that here. We're going to go for the short one. That's got to be a wide. Hopefully the umpire spreads his arms here. He doesn't. We're going to face that delivery again. That's exactly what we want, is 3 runs at this point. So let's try and get this one down the ground then. A really tight line at the moment, and we tried to play through extra cover. It's just beaten the fielder. He was coming in to try and take the catch in fairness, and in the end it meant he didn't cut the ball off. 2 runs added and we're back on strike. Not the most convincing start to the over. Third ball and we're still on strike. There's plenty of space through the covers and there's some down the ground as well. We've not beaten the man at mid-off though. There's only so many times we're going to be dropped. We had to start being more aggressive, and unfortunately we've got out to mid-on, and it's a decent knock which has ended in disappointment. 56 off 48 deliveries. We nearly stayed in till the end, and we've been a real rock for Leeds in this innings. A brilliant knock and we're delighted with that. You can see we're starting to make big progress now. We might get an over or 2 to bowl here. Let's just go and see what the scorecard looks like before determining what job we've got with the ball. Well, talk about pressure. We couldn't have been thrown in a worse situation really. Oldham need 28 off 12 balls. We're getting 1 over to bowl and it's the 19th as a spinner. Really not very friendly at all. So we're coming back with a very similar field to the one we use in the long forms of the game. Basically the only difference is we've pushed a few back towards the boundary. So deep mid-off has gone to straight off on the boundary. We've pushed cover back to extra cover and brought the slip round to extra cover just to make sure we've got a fielder in the circle and outside. And then we've pushed the leg gully back to square just to make sure we've got protection on the leg side. So no real tricks in this over. We just want a good line and length. We're not going to try and tempt them into shots. I know they're going to try and play them at this point. We just need an over of 5 or 6 to try and leave them needing over 20 in the last. Our teammates should be able to do the job from there, and in that case we would be a hero. The one problem for Oldham is they've only lost 1 wicket, so they have got plenty in the sheds, and they can go gung-ho if they want now. They tried to from that one, but it's straight to the fielder, and 2 dot balls to start the over. It's absolutely sensational. We're going to try another standard delivery, 3 in a row before a flighted one, but we're keeping the standard line and length. That won't change at all. This time the switch hit, but it's straight to the man at point, and it's another dot as we go halfway through the over without conceding a run yet. 3 more of these and we'll be a hero. This one's an off-break delivery. We're going to go for a flighted one as well. Can we tempt him out for a shot? Tries to hook it away. It doesn't look like they're that intent on scoring. He's on 93 off 60 and 4 of those are dot balls against us, so we really seem to have restricted him well. 4 dot balls, and could we bowl a maiden? That would be something very special. This one's been flicked away to the leg side. They tried to play an aggressive stroke, but it is cut off by the man at square for a single. Just 1 conceded off 5 deliveries. We're single-handedly winning our team the game here. Although Robson will probably get man of the match, we've done something very special in this one. A final ball of the over to the left-hander, an off-break delivery. What'll happen to it? It's gone to a dot ball to mid-on. 1 run conceded in the 19th over of a T20. That is absolutely magic, and our teammates better not have ruined it from there. We win by 10 runs, so they still conceded 17 or 18, but what a fantastic job. 1 really economical over and a really good knock with the bat. Lincoln Robson got man of the match. He did get his century for Oldham in the end, but it was to no avail as we win the match. We top scored for Leeds with 56, and we were brilliant with the ball as well. Only got 1 over, and we prevented it being a very nervy finish. So progress again in our club career. This time we've produced a good performance at T20 level, so we've just got to make some progress in a one-dayer, and hopefully we'll be able to show you that in the next one. So we're back in our career hub screen to finish off the episode. We will be back next time for another short form game. I'd like to try and get some success in a 50 over match, although the T20s probably work best on camera as I get to show you both the batting and the bowling. But if you did enjoy this episode and that fantastic knock in the T20 match, please put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know down in the comments how you're getting on in your series and what you make of our progress so far. We're really economical with the ball, and I don't know if I've just stumbled on a winning formula or if we're just bowling the right line and length to prevent the batsmen from attacking us. It did seem weird that they were quite defensive there, but we're not going to complain. 1 run in a crucial over, we couldn't ask for much more than that. You can hopefully see that we're really starting to improve with the bat. There's still some timing issues, particularly with the lofted shots, but they'll come in time. We couldn't even get 3 runs a few days ago, so we are making plenty of progress, and long may it continue. Subscribe to the channel for 3 episodes a week from this Cricket 19 career, every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at midday. And if you haven't seen it yet, please do catch up with the Ashes Test playthrough, a 10-part series which I really enjoyed. There's also daily FM19 content from my 2 long-term stories. That's until the release of Football Manager 2020, where we'll start our long-term series in that one. And then every Friday we've got Snooker 19 career mode content. Those episodes are released at 4:30 PM. But a massive thanks for watching this one and your continued support with the series. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time for another big episode as we try to get some success in 50 over cricket.